Hi guys, and welcome back to Helltaker the Second Circle. For last time, Melina revealed to us what she and Zdrada were actually like back in Hell long time ago. And they were much closer than you think. And why they are what they are now is all because Melina just wanted to grow up, and Zdrada wouldn't let her. So, speaking of Zdrada, are we gonna hear her side of this story in her third date? Let us find out. In light of recent events, Lucifer has called a house meeting over dinner. Of the demons who are attending, only Melina is missing. Don't tell me she's drunk again. You've made extra rare Salisbury steak in hopes of placating some of the less happy demons, or at least giving them an outlet. The gnashing of meat does little to dissuade the Queen of Hell, whose voice cuts through the commotion like a knife. I've brought you all together tonight to speak on an important issue, as many of you now know. Lucifer inclines her head towards Cerberus, who does not meet her gaze. Or in some cases, have witnessed firsthand. The former archdemon of greed, Mammon, has been spotted in the area. Mammon is one of the 4 dethroned lords of hell, expelled by Justice and I some 600 years ago. That was back in the good old days. I remember I took on Abandoned the Slothful in a winner-take-all punch-out. After their defeat, we stripped them of all but their most basic of powers and churned them out of hell and into the mortal plane. You can't be seriously concerned about Mammon. I kinda doubt that. As far as the Akashic records are concerned, she gave up without a fight after the decisive victory of Justice over Abaddon. If Cerberus and Taker can handle her, surely she poses no credible threat to the rest of us. Cerberus casts a miserable glance your way. Obviously, the rest of the assembled demons have yet to hear the specifics of your ill-fated last encounter with Mammon. On the contrary, the appearance of Mammon has me greatly concerned, more so even than the appearance of the other demon lords. Mammon's a coward through and through, which means her brashness is backed up by one or more of the other demon lords. But you said that you've stripped their powers away. Even united, how could they harm us? Lucifer shakes her head. Though it pains me to admit it, I do not know. Well, this might be a problem. However, their leader, Sathanas, has an incredibly wrathful nature. Her spite is not to be underestimated, at any cost. Justice puts a hand on Lucifer's shoulder, but the Queen of Hell brushes it off impatiently. Regardless of the impractical threat they may pose, I know their goals to be singular. They want to reclaim what I took from them so long ago. They want the throne of hell. To rule in brimstone and anarchy as they once did 666 years ago. I see what you did there, Lucy. Stopping them is critical if we... Lucifer is cut off by an unnecessarily noisy cough from the table. Oh boy. Flanked by Cerberus, Zdrada smirks as she stubs out the smoldering butt of her cig on her outstretched tongue. Meeting Lucifer's eyes full on, Zdrada speaks her piece. Yeah, we. You keep using that word. But funny thing, I can't really see what this has to do with the rest of us, boss. We're all in this together, Zdrada. Oh, Zdrada shoots to her feet, slamming her palms down on the old wooden table. Wrong! This isn't about us. This is about you keeping hold of your power. A couple of sympathetic murmurs, mostly from Cerberus, sound from the rest of the table. Well, I mean, she's the queen of hell, and Sathanas is looking to regain her power. Of course she's gonna hold her power. It looks like Zdrada's words have struck resonant nerves among the assembled demons. Intervene? Or let Zdrada talk? Oh, man. Really? You know what? I'm actually curious as to what Zdrada can continue on from this. We might probably learn why she is still, really, no towards Lucy's rule, as explained in Melina's backstory. So yeah, Zdrada, continue. You sit back in your seat. Maybe under pressure from the table, Lucifer will let something slip. Before I took the throne of hell, there was nothing but anarchy. The 4 demon lords were content to let the rest of hell churn, a primordial cauldron where only the strong survive. Nobody asked you to come in and take over hell, you know. You and your cohort all thought you were so forward-thinking, but the moment you actually got some power, it all went to your head. Why, you ungrateful whelp! Under my guidance, hell ran like a well-oiled machine. Might was no longer the sole purveyor of right. Me and my sister's lives were easier under your all-so-benevolent rule. Oh, sheesh. Far from empowering us, your insurrection stripped me of my only method for taking care of those around me. Zdrada sits back in her chair, arms folded defiantly. And now you want us to act as your shields? I ain't deaf. I've heard the stories about your ascent to the throne. Let me assure you, I ain't planning on falling on any blade bed for you. Fuck that, and fuck you. Sheesh, Zdrada. I don't take orders from falling despots. Lucifer takes a deep breath. Turning away from Zdrada, she addresses the table at large. Oh boy. Assembled demons, leave the room. I wish to speak in private with Zdrada. Oh, this is gonna get real spicy now. Cerberus moves to protest, but is quickly silenced by the combined efforts of judgment and justice. Nodding to Lucifer, Justice sees the other demons exit the room, before squeezing your shoulder reassuringly. Wait, do I have to go out too? Try to keep him from throwing down to the kitchen, okay? It's my night to do the washing up. Oh, thank you, Justice. Thank you. Leaving you feeling rather drastically underprepared for whatever is about to happen, Justice leaves the room, closing the door behind her. Taking a deep breath, Lucifer addresses her staunch critic. Here we go. It appears you still have yet to learn humility in the presence of your social betters. Seeing as we have a common cause, I'm willing to let this slide this once. In exchange, you shall... Oh, crap! With a vibrant quick sweep of your hand, Zdrada hurls her glass of wine at Lucifer's head. Fortunately for both parties, her aim is off course. The glass misses Lucifer by a good 6 inches before hitting the far wall and exploding into crystalline shards. I shall do as I always have. Exactly what I please. Lucifer jumps to her feet, her face burning red. Insubordination! If we were back in hell, I'd have you publicly flayed for such arrogance. Zdrada barks out a harsh laugh, but her shoulders are tensed, ready to launch another assault if Lucifer shows any signs of making good on her threat. Don't threaten me with a good time, boss. Besides, you can't really do shit to command us in this world. The others may follow you out of some kind of sycophantic loyalty, but this here gal knows what she's worth. And I ain't really looking to be a bottom bitch here on Earth. Okay, we all know that you're a top converb, Zdrada. Lucy says ... That's why you sent them away, ain't it? You don't want them to see that you can't back up your threats outside of hell. You're clinging to the hope that either their fear or respect of you is enough to keep them in line. Well, I've got bad news for you, Queenie. We're running dry on both accounts. Stop! By my authority as Queen of Goddamn Hell, I command you to stay! Zdrada hesitates by the door, poised to leave. Shrugging, she turns around to launch one final acerbic barb at Lucifer before turning once more and departing. Or what? If you could have stopped me, you'd have done so already. Ciao, losers! Well, that went well, I guess. Silence reigns for a full minute in the room. Lucifer does not meet your gaze, and she's clenching her hand so tightly her knuckles have gone white. More white than she already is? I swear that doesn't sound racist. Lucy, don't worry. Okay, never mind. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. Ah! In a single feral motion, Lucifer sweeps her hand upwards, bringing them crashing down onto the table with terrible force. Cracks radiate outward from the impact, the sturdy wood of the table no match for Lucifer's temper. You good, Your Highness? Still breathing heavily, Lucifer screws her eyes shut. Slowly, over the course of the next few moments, she pulls herself together. Her breathing slows, and her hands unclench. Eventually, her eyes open once again, still seething with repressed frustration. When her words finally return to her, they come slowly, barely making it through her tightly clenched teeth. Holy, Lucy? You are good now, right? Impulsive as always. That woman still thinks her agenda is the only one that matters. Remind me again why you decided to bring her along. Chastise Lucy? No. We are not chastising the goddamn Queen of Hell. We will placate her. I'm not entirely sure what goes through her head half the time. She never shares her internal strife. Lucifer nods, finishing the thought. Okay, she's calmed down much more. Unless she can inflict it upon those around her. A fact her sisters learned only too well. Still, this is excessive, even for her. I can only wonder what's causing her to lash out like this. Truth be told, at any other point, it wouldn't concern me. However, recent events have caused me to evaluate my priorities. Are you talking about the existence of other demons on Earth? Like Mammon and Abaddon? Indeed. We need to beware of possible attempts to divide us. And though it pains me to admit it, we need Zdrada on our side if it comes to blows. We're in agreement then. She needs to be brought around. I'll go talk with her and learn what I can. Perhaps there's more to her current state than we realize. Lucifer steeples her fingers, peering over them and across the table at you. It's not only Zdrada. We need to close ranks. And a fondness for you seems to be the only thing we all have in common. If the four are seeking to hurt me, they'll by extension be looking to hurt you. I'm actually have been aware of that. I'll see what I can do. time is of the essence. I'll keep the rest of the girls busy so they will interfere with your talk with Zdrada whenever you choose to have it. Now or later. Ooh, God. I think I'll let Zdrada cool off as well as Lucy did. So maybe later. Wait, what? Okay, I didn't expect that choice to end this date that way. So, I'm not gonna leave it there. So, I guess we'll talk to Zdrada now. I might as well tackle the largest problem first. I'll head out to talk to Zdrada. Pausing only to place your dishes into the dishwasher, you once more make your way out to Zdrada's old camper. Stopping a foot from the entrance, you extend your hand and rap politely on the paint-chipped frame of the screen door. Zdrada, you and I need to have a little talk. This time, no answer comes from the disheveled abode. Curious, you peer inside one of the windows. Zdrada is nowhere to be seen. The only sign of her is a cigarette butt poking out of an overflowing ashtray. It's still gleaming and smoking a trail of wispy gray, chinly upward to join the smoggy miasma that perpetually clouds the roof of Zdrada's living space. Enter to look for Zdrada or stay outside to wait for Zdrada. I'm sure she's still in there somewhere, so let's just head in. Wincing at the squeak the rusty hinges make, you push the door aside and enter the camper. You pick your way over the carpet of knickknacks and rubbish, investigating what little mystery the camper can hold. It doesn't take long before your initial suspicion is confirmed. Zdrada is absent from the camper. Well, where else would she have gone then? You poke around a little more, looking for any clues to her current location, when something catches your eye. Excuse me. A covered object, roughly the size of a small tea kettle, stands at the center of an unusually clear table. Curiosity overcoming you, you turn towards it, reaching for the small sackcloth obscuring the item from your view. Without warning, a horrible screeching sound, ow, like someone cutting through sheer metal with a pair of scissors, thunders throughout the cabin. What the heck is this I'm opening up? You throw yourself to the ground, trying in vain to minimize the sound by clapping your hands over your ears. But the horrible sound pierces right through your hands as though they weren't even there, lashing you with wave after wave of noise. Then, as suddenly as it started, the sound disperses, leaving the room in relative quiet. Okay. 5 deep marks have been gouged into the window of the camper. The parallel lines have been cut deep into the glass, almost as if... well, shit. With dawning comprehension, you put your own hand up to the markings, comparing them. The cuts mirror your fingers in shape if not in size, confirming your theory. Someone or something has raked razor-sharp claws down the side of the camper. Out of the darkness, something moves. Am I not gonna hide or anything? From the edge of the clearing, a black shape emerges. By now, it is too dark to make clearly out the object, but whatever it is, it suddenly begins moving towards the trailer at a breakneck speed. You fumble around the cabin, searching for something, anything to use as a weapon. You pick up a folding chair, and, holding it like a professional wrestler, prepare to brain whatever ravenous monster is about to enter the camper. Taker, I think this is a bad idea. Holy crap! Zdrada bursts through the door, diving to the ground just in time to avoid your impulsive swing with the chair. Rolling over, she kicks the door closed with one boot, before crawling up the frame and slamming the deadbolt into place. She looks up at you, breathing heavily, and gestures at the chair still gripped in your hand. Never would have thought of using a chair for foreplay. You crack me up, Taker. Zdrada, I'm so sorry. I thought you were. Yeah, I figured as much. Which, by the way, is why you currently are a pile of cinders joining the ash on my rug. Feeling foolish, you drop the chair. Did you see anything out there? No, but I sure as hell sensed it. Something's big out there, in the woods. I ain't one to shirk from a fight, but... For a second, a rare emotion crossed Zdrada's face. Uncertainty. The expression disappears as quickly as it had arrived, and Zdrada closes her eyes, as if listening intensely. After a moment, she speaks. I don't sense it anymore. Whatever it is, it's gone for now. No point splitting hairs over it. Striding over to the card table, Zdrada plucks a covered object from the surface, sliding it under her bed as she moves to join you on the floor. Offering no explanation, Zdrada lights herself a cigarette, now at ease. So, what brings you out to my home at this time? And if you say it's because of Lucifer, fair warning, I'm gonna hurl. I came to see if you were doing all right. You've been far more aggressive and, well, Zdrada than usual. What can I say? I've got a rep to maintain. Which is exactly why I'm here alone. Plausible deniability. No one to corroborate my story. So why don't you spill the beans, Zdrada? What have you been keeping secret all this time? Zdrada looks at you, exuding an emotion you can't quite place. She takes a long drag on her cigarette, puffing out a cloud of smoke before she replies. Fine, you want to help so bad? I ain't about to stop you. But this stays between the two of us. If just one person in the house hears about this, I'll lie to Monica and tell her you whack off into her morning coffee. That is the nuclear approach, yes. But I promise, whatever happens in this trailer stays in this trailer. Satisfied with your answer, Zdrada turns around, rummaging around under her bed for the objects she had so recently stowed away. After a moment of grabbing it, Zdrada extracts herself from underneath the bed, a small, ugly pot clutched gently between her hands. Inside the pot is a familiar prickly shape. Oh wait, is it the cactus we bought? Yep, it is. That's the cactus we got from the gardening center. But I thought Melina threw that away. Oh wait, the music is really somber now. Zdrada lets out a short hiss of frustration. She did. After the two of you went to bed, I went to fish it out of the trash. I mended the pot as best as I could. But... Zdrada turns the pot to catch the moonlight filtering through the shutters. In the light, you can see the cactus is missing a significant portion of its stem. Yellow veins, cut off from their water source, run outwards from the mangled base of the spiny plant. I don't think I can fix this. Head lowered in something resembling shame, Zdrada extends her arm, pressing the pot on you. Fix it. Please. I've been trying, but I'm not good at keeping things alive. I must be messing up somehow. But you can save it, right? Gingerly, you take the ill-mended little pot from Zdrada and peer at the plant inside. The little cactus isn't doing too well. The impact from Melina throwing it against the wall had ruptured its stem, nearly cutting it in two. While both halves were still connected by a thin band of fiber, it was obvious even to an untrained eye that the cacti's time on this planet was coming to an end. Well, shit. It's dying. Don't you think I can see that? I've tried everything. Everything! Herbal remedies, sunshine, experimental fertilizer. But it just keeps dying. Is it too much to ask for something that'll stay with me? For something that I know won't just end up and leave me behind one of those days? Oh boy, I can see where this is going. Here we go. Her shoulders slump. If I can't even convince this plant that I'm worth sticking around. ... What am I even doing with you and the rest of the house? Is this really about the plant? Yes. No. Ah! This is so confusing! I'm not used to this sort of self-reflection. Oh, come on, who's at the door now? The heavy impact startles Zdrada out of her meditation. Both of you turn towards the entrance of the trailer. The door rattles with another thump. That's strange. Lucifer told me she was taking the rest of the girls out of our way. Is there an emergency at the house? You reach for the door, and Zdrada shoots to her feet, her eyes suddenly wide with alarm. Tigger, wait! Don't open that! Oh, wow, she looks really scared. Is this what she sensed earlier? Actually, I didn't even ask that earlier. What did she sense? Too late. The door is already partway open by the time you catch what Zdrada's trying to tell you. Your attempts to reseal the door are interrupted by a slender hand forcing its way through the open crack. It's not one of our girls, is it? Gripping the frame, the hand pushes. Hard. Though you struggle and leverage every bit of your bulk trying to prevent the door from opening, the effort is like trying to hold back a landslide. Slowly you give ground, and eventually you surrender the losing battle. Leaping back to Zdrada's side, you prepare yourself as the door opens. On the other side of the door, bathed in moonlight, stands a strange demon. The first thing you notice about her is her size. She is a full head shorter than even Melina, making her the smallest demon you've seen by far. Wait a minute. It's that crazy one at the end of the second dates. Lucifer's second date, that is. It's her, right? The second thing you notice about her is her horns, rigid and thin. They stick straight up from her skull like skewers, partially making up the height differential. The strange demon smiles an altogether too wide smile, and lightly skips over the doorframe. Oh boy, yep, it's this one. I called it. Thanks for finally letting me in. I've been trying to get your attention all night. Who are you? And what are you doing in her house? The demon sneers at you before lowering her knees and curtsying to Zdrada, her face a porcelain mask of false innocence. I'm Helltaker, but my friends call me Belle. Oh yeah, Helltaker, that was your name. That name sounds familiar. Suddenly it clicks. Lucifer mentioned your name. You're one of the deposed lords of hell. I probably shouldn't have said that. Helltaker wags a finger at you reproachfully. Up. Introduce yourself to a lady before you start groveling at her feet, Gorilla Man. Who does this brat think she is? I don't care if she's a brat. I might have to tread lightly. Helltaker, the hell is silent. And I'm Zdrada is cut short by Belfegor, who twirls excitedly on the spot. Zdrada! I know! I used to tune into your fights on the television. You were quite the pretty brawler back in the day. A girl after my own heart. Wait, don't tell me you're Doki Doki for Zdrada. Really? Thanks. You aren't liking this. Every moment Belfegor spends talking is a moment a trap could be closing around you. You decide to get to the point. Come to deliver some kind of threat then? If that was the case, you should have brought the rest of your cronies. Don't eat them! I'm more than enough to take all you guys on. Striding forward, Zdrada leans over, patting the demon on the head as one would a precocious child. That might be a bad idea. You can't lie to us. We know you're just a shell of the demon you used to be, short stack. So why don't you take this comedy routine and mosey on down the road, Belfegor reaches up and lays a hand across Zdrada's wrist, gripping it loosely. Also, why is Belfegor suddenly spelled with an A and not with an E? I'll say this once, 'cause I'm nice. Don't make fun of my size. Her fingers tighten, and Zdrada winces, before Belfegor gently removes the taller demon's hand from her head. Belfegor beams up at Zdrada, as if nothing happened. I'm here because I want to offer you the deal of a lifetime. Wouldn't the deal be more Malmundstick? Asked the demon of greed. Belfegor's nose wrinkles, as she just smelled something particularly unpleasant. More like the demon of being a crybaby loser. Once more, Belfegor plasters a cheery expression on her face and resumes her pitch. You're a woman of impulse, freedom. I like that. Why don't you dump Queen Bitch and the Incredible Gorilla Man and come shack up with me instead? Your talents are obviously wasted here, and I really need a strong lieutenant. You need me? Belfegor claps Zdrada's hand between her own, nodding enthusiastically. Of course, silly! Both of us are way ahead of our time, both created to indulge in physical, distinctly mortal vices. Have you ever wondered why your magic works so well here? There's no end to the gluttony we can indulge in nowadays. Zdrada. In a flash, Belfegor crosses the distance between you. Fuck? Grasping your shirt with deceptively powerful hands, Belfegor hoists you off the ground with no apparent difficulty. Fuck. Yee! Okay, that is a scary look you got, child. Quiet, ape! Let the lady make the decision for herself. Yeah, I can already tell, even before this choices, it's useless to struggle. Oh god, what the fuck? Oh, my heart actually dropped at that laugh. Shit. You wriggle like a landed fish, trying to wrench yourself from Belfegor's grasp, but the former Lord of Hell only laughs. Out of fear, I clanked at my mug. A strange chittering noise that reminds you of cicadas in summertime. Looking up at your struggles, Belfegor licks her lips, her smile widening. Ooh, Mama didn't lie. You are pretty cute up close. Good enough to eat even. Maybe there is more room for you back in my place, depending on what Zdrada chooses, of course. Turning her back on the two of you, Zdrada lights a cigarette with a snap of her fingers, inhaling deeply. The inevitable exhalation of smoke is accompanied by a deep belly laugh. Zdrada, help! Please! This bitch is crazy! Even more of a bitch than you are! Oh wow, okay. That's your laugh. You think you could just waltz in here with your holier-than-thou attitude, manhandle my man, and expect me to just bend over and take it? Sorry, but you must have gotten the wrong memo. I ain't fixing to be anyone's bottom bitch. Threatening Taker won't persuade me either. Man traveled to hell and back, in case you didn't know. So I seriously doubt a pipsqueak like you can threaten him. Thank you, Zdrada. Belfeger's eyes dilate in sudden fury. Pivoting around on one foot, she cocks back at the hand wound into your blazer. Do not call me pipsqueak! Ouch! Whirling on the spot, she hurls you into the door of the camper. The old rusty hinges snap under the impact, sending both you and the flying door flying across the backyard. I really hope that caught the girls' attention, and I'm talking about the rest of the girls in the house. You hit the ground with a thump and roll several times before you manage to arrest your momentum. You manage to get your bearings and look back at the camper while Belfeger is peering curiously out at you. Steam is boiling off Zdrada's head. You can tell she's only seconds away from launching an offensive of her own. I hope that you didn't smash him up too badly. I hate picking shards of bone out of my meat. Eat shit! Oh, crap! We gotta fight, folks! Flames cloak Zdrada's hand, coalescing into a small nova into her right palm. Rolling her shoulders, Zdrada sweeps her arm forwards, sending the ball of flame blazing towards Belfeger. Aw, protecting your man! How cute! Raising one hand, the twin-tailed demon intercepts the fireball. White-hot flames cascade from her outstretched fingers, leaving her unharmed by the blow. Can we get a CG of this fight, please, Gabe? It looks intense. Smoke billows out from the old, dusty carpet. Whoopsie! You should really be more careful when using fire. It has a tendency to get out of hand. Even as she speaks, flames begin to spread over the floor, licking over the detritus that covers the camper like 100 hungry tongues. Snatching up the potted cactus with her free hand, Zdrada calls out to where you lay, still crumpled on the grass. Shit! Helltaker! Where do you keep the fire extinct? Her head towards you, Zdrada doesn't even have time to react to Belfeger's movements. Crap. In a single blazingly fast motion, the little demon delivers a vicious sucker punch to Zdrada's ribs. The impact snaps out in a concussive blast, and Zdrada is sent flying out of her home, landing in a heap alongside you. Oh crap, that has to get the rest of the girls' attention now. The flames have reached the curtains, snaking out the ancient fabric and filling the little mobile home with smoke. From out of the flames, eyes aglow, steps Belfeger, clutching something in her hand. Oh god, that is a scary sight. As she stalks towards you, ashen white hair silhouetted against the infernal camper that has become, she sings to herself. Poor little Taker, gotta meet your maker, a wonderful treat for Belle to eat. Kneeling down, Belfeger picks you up by your hair, appraising your condition with a practiced eye. Help! Lucy! Judgment, justice, any one of you? Normally I prefer my snacks post-coitus, but you don't look like you're in any shape to put on a good show. Her mouth gapes wide, revealing rows upon rows of razor-sharp pointed teeth. Bon appetit! Belle, hold on a minute. Okay, who's this? At the sound of the voice, Belfeger growls in irritation. Turning from you, she turns back to address a familiar figure lounging against the burning trailer. Oh, the weakling wants to step in and stop me from having my fun? You're welcome to try it, Mammon. Wait, Mammon? We have new orders from the boss. She says the man might be useful in negotiations. He's off limits, Belle. At least for now. Thanks, Mammon. I guess. Belphegor relinquishes her grip on her hair, letting gravity carry you none too gently to the ground. Fuming, she spins to face Mammon. Seizing onto her moldy coat, Belphegor hoists the lanky demon into the air in much the same manner as she did you. Your leash is beginning to chafe, Mammon. Let's not forget who calls the shots here. Wow, easy there, comrade of mine. Let's just put Mammon down nice and gentle now, okay? I won't intervene again. You have my word. Please put me down, Belphegor. Belphegor smiles sweetly at the suspended demon, and you see her knuckles whiten as she tightens her grip. Groveling? Really now? Have you no pride as a demon? And to think I once considered you an equal. We can't all be blessed with your remarkably indiscriminate taste, Belphegor. The rest of us prefer quality over quantity. Is that so? And this revelation comes from a do-nothing loser with no knowledge of either. So I just know it can't be trusted. Be as it may, is it really worth pissing up Sathanas off just for a moment of indulgence? Oh, yeah, Sathanas is your boss. With a snarl, Belphegor drops Mammon to the ground. Turning back to you, for a moment you think she'll lunge for you to finish the job, but Belle eventually appears to assert some amount of control over herself. Something smoothing the creases of her skirt, she turns and walks past Mammon and into the forest. Nice playing with you, Taker. Mammon, I'm leaving. Play your boring politics if you must. Mammon takes a step backwards, cringing away from the petite demon as she walks by. Even as Belphegor departs the scene, Mammon's eyes warily follow her until she disappears out of sight. Bending down, Mammon offers you a hand, pulling you to your feet with little in the way of apparent effort. So, suddenly we're all buddy-buddy? You'd better start talking, fast. The others should be coming home any minute, and you don't want to be here when they arrive. Mama grins and opens her mouth, presumably to lance you with a nettling retort. But after a moment's thought, she closes it again. She shakes her head and looks you dead in the eye. This isn't how things were supposed to go, enemy mine. Like hell we're intimidated by that malformed little rum. Zdrada's tirade is halted by the hand of Mammon forces over her mouth. Kneeling down, the lanky demon shakes her slightly. Okay, you know what? That's a good save. I'm pretty sure Belle might still be within ear distance. Are you as dense as you look? Listen, gal, Belle likes you, but if you can't keep your tongue on a leash around her, she's liable to rip it out. Zdrada growls up at the other demon and bites down on her hand, causing Mammon to jerk away. Fine. On your own head be it then. Massaging her freshly injured hand, Mammon turns to you. Tell Lucifer that if she doesn't give us what's ours, today is just the beginning. She has 1 week to meet our terms, or there'll be hell to pay. With that ominous pronouncement, Mammon leaves the scene. Turning to Zdrada, you see her cradling the cactus in her hands. Miraculously, the pot survived the flight from the burning trailer. However, the plant inside looks even worse for wear. The flickering of the slowly receding fire is casting an unhealthy pallor over the cactus. We'll save it. Zdrada looks over at you, a glimmer of hope creeping into her eyes. I promise we'll do everything we can to save it. If I have to go back into hell to wrench the soul of that plant from the infernal pits, I'll do it. Zdrada gives a small, sad chuckle and wipes her eyes, trying in vain to disguise the moisture building up in them. You're really dumb, you know that? But thanks. Holy fucking shit! I did not expect that intense action there. Helltaker has attacked, and really attacked. And you know, I am really that emphasizing the fact that she's much more of a bitch than Zdrada. And that's saying something of the bitch demon. But, oh man, it looks like the 4 exile demons are really making their move now, with an ultimatum for Lucy, if we can address it to her soon. But man, I can't believe Zdrada's dates went that way. Like, man, we were just talking about saving the cactus she bought, but then all of a sudden, that. Who knows what's gonna happen with those 4 exiled demons soon. But I guess next time we'll focus on Azazel and put that scenario that just happened out of the way. Holy shit. So yeah, if you somehow enjoyed all that action, hit that like button and consider subscribing if you want to see more content from me. Azazel, I really hope your 3rd date is much more mild than what just happened. Anyways, with all that said, I'll see you around soon.